Hello everybody, and welcome back to my darkest dungeon with the Mind Knight. So, as promised, I will be doing a boss run. I will be killing the champion level iteration of Darkest Dungeon's Prophet boss, also known as the Gibbering Prophet. I'm going to be running it with a really relatively weird team. 2 Crusaders set out for damage, and 2 Occultists, one of which is set out to never miss his curses and possibly the Abyssal Artillery during the actual run. Both of them have a Demon's Cauldron for increased debuff chance to weaken the Prophet with weakening curses and so on and so forth, while the Crusaders are set out to murder everything else. Alright. Provisions are relatively simple. You get enough holy water for everybody to be able to at least have holy water for the first 3 turns of the whole run. You get as much food as you possibly can. Because I'm going to be running 2 Crusaders, I'm going to go with a risk and only take 8 torches, because their stress heal should be enough to keep me in the torch ranges. I'll also take a few more keys than normal, just in case I do not run into a secret room. I will be needing some medicinal herbs, just in case, for some of the curios I will be finding. I won't take any anti-venom, because in the ruins you do not need it, and against the Prophet I am hoping it will not stack up to a point where I will be needing anti-venoms. Yes, I'm going to be taking that risk. No, it is completely calculated. Alright? Alright. If anybody wondered, as seen here, the barking was my lovely girlfriend's Pomeranian. Let's get started! And he was probably right.
The echoes of his mind were tittering maddeningly.
The old man was a evil son of a bitch. I probably shouldn't be swearing, but I really don't care. Because, my God, that guy was evil. Also, I'm not going to pull this suit of armor just yet, for the simple reason that I would rather
Well struck.
not possibly waste its buff after I get to camping. It has a protection and dodge buff and is therefore very, very useful later on in the fight against the Prophet himself. Also, for those who may have noticed, yes, I am running with the Necromancer's collar for the very simple reason that the Prophet himself is a unholy type boss, and as such, he is more susceptible to damage from the Crusaders, hence also why I am running the Crusaders currently. Yes, and indeed, the Prophet was a mean son of a gun. He got stabbed, mutilated, put in the stocks. A lot of bad things happened to him. Ouch. Also, while this is normally not a smart thing to do, Oh, I forgot. Drowned. A lot of bad things happened to him. Also, while this is normally not a good thing to do, I am keeping this general alive. Just so I can heal up a little bit. Because I killed the other two. Like an idiot. The only thing I need to do is heal up my occultist in the back there. Never mind, he's going to heal himself and he's going to fail miserably. Alright, let's keep debuffing. He does no damage. So literally, he just crit me for nothing. Literally. That's what's going to happen against the Prophet as well. This guy is a very funny iteration of what's going to happen with the Prophet. He is not going to be able to do shit. At least such is the plan. Problem with this guy is that I got the other two that hit my back line. And as such, screwed me over quite badly. And I got a set of medicinal herbs for medicinal herbs. I'm going to leave that for later. Yes, I am purposefully holding off on actually going after other curios.
A singular strike.
She is not dead, but she's going to be in the next turn. Also, the one problem I have is that I am not properly equipped to deal with cultists. Another problem with this run is probably going to be that these guys can only heal single targets and can potentially completely whiff a heal. So that might be an issue. I'm hoping it won't be. And that's going to be a very big issue, and then he's going to be really stressed out. So I'm going to have to stress him. But at least he got both the Occultist, Witch, and the guy in the back there. Which damage? 4. I could technically kill him with that, but I'm not going to try. 1. Great. You know, that's why I want your healing powers. That's more like it. Also, each of these heroes has high enough bleed resist that none of them will ever take the bleed from that heal. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. There we go. Full up torch.
We require only the strength
all of
to
the
follow it.
random stuff that happened. These no crits. I could use no crits. Beautiful. No. Stress heal him. Let's start killing it. Oh, I missed. That's going to be very useful once I get the Prophet onto the second rank. Yep, let's heal him.
Destroyed.
I'm not going to grab the extra food because I don't need it.
So too will resistance.
Extra gold, always nice. I'm going to explore the rest of the dungeon. That is another altar. I am getting super lucky today. Also, the reason why I'm debuffing this guy is because I'm going to be wow, he completely whiffed that even. Alright, stress heal him. Alright.
Masterfully
That is a crit.
executed.
And the beautiful thing about the cauldron, it increases crit. Yup.
As the fiend falls,
So, he is listed as the weakest of the so-called bigger minions, like the ones that take up 2 spaces. However, his crushing blow is a ridiculously powerful hit on a single target that lowers their stun resistance to a point, usually, where if he then uses his ground pound, he will stun the person he has just smacked upside the head. The only thing that is about just as the only thing that is more dangerous is the unclean giant, due to the fact that it can screw up your composition in a major way. As in, it will shuffle your entire party, and as such, completely disassemble any kind of plan you might have had in the way that you put them up. Look at that 3 damage crit. Gotta love debuffs. Ouch. That was 2 crits in a row, though. We're not gonna go for a triple whiffle. Alright, that guy's dead. I'm gonna have to heal him. Actually, he lowers his damage. He heals him. 23, beautiful. Max power heal. And smack this one. Death. And then we start stress healing again. See, and this is why Occultists. Minus 120 damage. What would be the funniest thing is if then they'd start to heal you for 20% of the damage, but that's just me being stupid about how things work. I don't know why my game froze there for a few seconds. We don't have to find out. 2 crit stress, 70%. Okay, interesting. I never actually saw that the weakling curse has an increased crit modifier. That is actually ridiculously high increased crit modifier. Most skills get like 2 to 4 instead of 7. Then again, it is the Occultist, which is one of the more crit-heavy heroes. Yeah, if any one of your own heroes gets critted, that hero at least will gain stress, and it might affect the rest of your party as well. If at any point you get a crit from any of your heroes themselves, it will affect at least that hero and might possibly also give you a stress heal across one or more of your heroes, of your other heroes, not just the hero that just critted. Now, the reason I'm not going in there is because I'm, as of yet, unaware if that is going to be the boss room or not. That is not good that I just used a bunch of food. It's not good. I'm going to have to move over here first, because there's a bunch of curios here that I want to use. Also, I'm going to be looping around, and I'm going to cut that out, because it's not going to be particularly fun to watch me go through a bunch of other hallways for no reason. Also, I'm running through more torches than I would have expected. I may have to double back now.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
I may have to double back now. I am hoping I won't. Hoping this is going to be a room rune battle? No. That is an empty room. Okay, I was hoping for more rune battles, and for some reason I am blasting through food. This is not good. I took a risk, and it didn't pay off. Even a corridor battle right now would be fine. And another trap.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Well then. Alright, and no more other things.
Wealth beyond measure.
Just gold.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay. Even with increased hero surprised, I got a good thing. Thank God. Can't kill either of them, but I'm gonna have to start upping my light level, or these are going to blow up the stress on my heroes. And he is gonna need a heal ASAP. He is going to get destroyed. Only a few torches left. Which is not a good thing. Ow. That's not good. I need to keep the little guy alive. Nope. Kill him off. And just leave this guy alive to upgrade my low light. Heal up the rest of my guys. 0. Okay, that one occultist hasn't been helping me whatsoever, sadly. Which, you know, isn't a problem, but at least this guy pulls his weight. Yes, that's generally the truth. And when, in that case, it would be this room. This would probably be the boss room. But I'm clearing this for the reason that I'm going to probably camp here, then take all of these curios, and then go back to the boss once that happens. And after that, I will be cutting a large chunk into going all the way back to the boss room, and then I will restart the recording once the boss is started. I will also still include the camp to explain my decisions as to how I'm going to be camping.
A trifling victory.
Get some
But a
food.
victory nonetheless.
You. I'll take that. I maybe should have had more torch. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm actually going to debuff these two. Because they are going to be more of a problem than the general is at the end. I'm not going to do it like last time because that left me a few turns behind. Now they're still going to hurt, but they're going to hurt less, I hope. 8 to 5, at least. That's 13, but on a frontliner, that's fine. That debuff is going to be a problem. The stun resist one, because if he ground pounds now, it will utterly destroy this one. He will probably get stunned, even with only a 60% stun resist. Okay, at least he got it. That was fast. Thank the Lord. Alright, and now I can start healing after I kill one of them off. Debuffs for the win.
The ground quakes.
Beautiful. Also, usually, if one of your heroes does get a crit, it will actually more likely affect the actual only other hero classes. So, for example, if a Crusader gets a crit, the the chance is higher that he will also affect another Crusader in the same party. This is probably not a actual piece of pure game info, like with like statistics, but it's what I have felt to be true from the times I've played. 38 heal, be enough to heal half of all of his health. One down.
A decisive pummeling.
The radiant. I can leave with the two of them. Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna pick up this chest for the simple reason that I only have one key left and I'm not gonna use it on the chest. Not gonna use that. Oh, that's a ghoul. That's not good. I need to kill off one of the maggots. Okay. Debuffing the ghoul for one reason and one reason only. The fact that it needs to die in a fire. I don't know why that... Oh, right. The Curse of Vulnerability does barely any damage as is.
Devastating blow.
Nope, I should have done the other move. The only sad part about how ghouls work is the fact that how occultists work. Why did I say ghouls? How occultists work is that their debuff doesn't reduce the accuracy, it only reduces the damage of a mob. So the howl is going to reduce my light to a point where I'd rather have it that it didn't howl. But one more hit from one of my Crusaders should kill him. Also, I have renamed all of my guys. The problem with this one little maggot is that it might disease one of my party members. I am hoping it won't. I'm hoping it's just gonna stun. Yeah. What people forget sometimes, what I forget sometimes, why I should probably like only stress heal one more turn, is that these guys with their little nibble attack, they can stun you, they'll add stress damage, and they can also apply diseases. So, for example, he could get a disease now from that nibble to the face. I'm hoping he won't, and didn't, but he could. That, like, is something you would tend to forget about maggots. Also, I'm going to take the damage from this. It is a horrible idea, but I'm going to. For the sole reason that I need to get back to this place. Stress damage is also going to suck once I get against the Prophet. But it is how it is. Okay, I'm going to have to eat still. That is going to be a problem. I might just run out of food before I can even get to the boss. I did not think I'd have to eat this much during a run. Okay, at least thankfully he uses stress faster. I'm gonna have to protect my healer. Alright. I am going to give me another food event.
Gathered
I
close
can't go for a feast because I might not be able to.
companionship.
Alright. Now, this is where it gets funny. Which one of you has the highest? You have the highest. Okay. Zealous Vigil. He gains a stress heal because of his quirk, Resilience. And now, Dark Strength only costs 2 time. They are going to stress themselves, but I can also encourage them to take that stress back out. And now we rest. My 2 Crusaders are buffed to all hell. I'll take this one for my frontliner. And now we walk backwards. Terrible idea if I don't want any more stress. But it's gonna have to happen. I will take the fact that he is only gonna get 20 from that one, but he already has 30 increase from his trinkets, so that is a nice balance. And my healer is going to get a ruins. Damn. Sadly not the buff that I was hoping for, which would have been a 10% dodge increase and a 15% protection increase, also known as a 15% damage reduction buff. I am hoping I don't run into any more, I don't get any more food events on the way to the boss. Hoping he's even up there at all, but he should be. According to wikis and the like. So I should be fine. Won't have any torch to turn to if I am wrong. Or if common, like... Oh, never mind, I have another torch. My lord. Alright. Good idea. The reason why I take so much holy water with me, why I didn't just use one for him to get a 30% damage buff, is blight, bleed, disease, and debuff resistance. And applied to any boss, it's just useful to have resistances. Onward to the Prophet, with really high stress and bunches of stuff.
Behind the pews.
Calamitous prognostication. At least he's hitting my front line. And I'm gonna start debuffing. There goes the pew. Weakening curse. He's going to only deal 20% damage. I am going to smack that pew. And it removes one of them. Ah, see, now it comes in handy. Still a lot of damage, but that's manageable. It's only going to hit him. That's perfect. And now, he will stop dealing damage. Beautiful, isn't it? Prophet is now no longer capable of dealing any actual damage, and he is stressing out one of my occultists. Sadly, he also stunned it. That is going to be a problem. Also, the only reason why I am hitting that pew in the back there is so I can still potentially stun him if I do need to. That, and because it's easier to just get rid of the bigger target first. I don't have to deal with the smaller target. Thankfully, he is using his blight. realization, his Rubble of Ruin is no longer going to be doing any form of damage. And I hope he just doesn't use Eye on You anymore whatsoever. Nope. I was hoping he'd do more damage. Down goes the second pew. That's not good. But it's not going to stress him out too far. He's going to get a stun, but that will be fine. Because I still have one of my Occultists left. He's going to hit one of my Crusaders with it. Let's keep him debuffed. Hit the front there. Hopefully kill it on my next turn. Beautiful. He's not actually hitting the one Occultist that I don't want him to hit. It's fine. It's even fine if he stuns my Crusader. I can live with that. Because it means he is not doing any damage to me. He's not using his Fulminate. He's not using his Blight. And I'm slowly getting him. Oh, that's not good. He is still not completely stressed. Perfect. I'm just hoping he doesn't use Eye on You on my Occultist. Yes, I just used a curse to get rid of the view. Because now, there is no more use in hitting anything but the Prophet himself. And he's going to fully stress out. Aha! He missed. That is a perfect little result. He missed the Occultist that he needed to afflict. Beautiful. And so goes the Prophet. Slowly and painfully. A weird team, not entirely superb, but it will get you there if you properly use it. No crits, beautiful, only 2 blights, Rubble is ruined for nothing. Or he's gonna resolve test. Nope, afflicted. Selfish.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
I would have liked to avoid that, but that was never gonna happen. And down goes the Prophet.
I care not, so long as he remains dead.
1, 2, and 3. Such was the Prophet. Prophet it's one of the harder fights to do, but this team does do it if you get at least some food. So that was the Prophet, with about the weirdest team with which I have ever run a boss. Because I've never run a boss with just 2 of 2 different classes. Just to then purely debuff it and keep it down to nothing. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you all liked seeing this run, and I will see you all in another video.
Once our estate
See
was
you next
the
time,
envy of
guys.
this land.
Bye.